Today's video is going to be around templates. Templates will be any transactional data types within TrueERP, and those will be printed around our designed templates. Templates, we can get to them by clicking on General tab and going into Templates. This is where we can find a whole list of templates, as well as that you can go up to Reports and Templates. Those are the two different ways of getting there. Now within here we have different types of templates. We can search different templates, and these templates can be designed around different fields. So what I'm saying is that we have invoice, but many different types of invoices. These could be again different types of invoices, or designed around your specific customers. So you can have specific invoices or specific templates designed around for your customers. So enormous options here for templates regards to invoices, sales orders, and again any piece of data that can be printed, or any transactional piece of data that can be printed from within TrueERP. Each template will have an SQL string designed around it, and that will allow you to view and add fields from within this template. So all these different fields that we can add and use and view will be done around that SQL string. So if we'd like to add, we can simply add different strings here. We can copy and copy across. In other words, if we'd like to design a new template around this specific invoice, we can simply go ahead and copy that string and paste it into our new template design. If you'd like to add fields and you're not sure, simply click on the SQL helper, and this will allow you to add different fields. So whatever table there is a different field for those tables. So the choices are quite huge within your tables and fields options here. What we can also do with adding different types of invoices and adding different groups, just going on to that, so we can jump into our invoice, and what we can do now is we can select to choose an invoice. So if we drop in products or customer product, if we wish to preview this and choose a template before printing, we can simply click choose template. When we click preview, this will open up the different options of those invoices that we can print. So that's just another way of creating. If we are going to create different types of groups of templates, so whether it's a sales order, an invoice, you can choose those different requirements. If we jump back into the General tab, go into our templates. If we now go back into our invoice template, double click, this will open up our template. So whatever template we click on, we can open up that. We can move things around, we can resize certain fields, and we can add different fields. But what I recommend we do first is make sure all those fields are active and we can view them. So we're going to turn on all the fields so we can see what's going on. If we go to view and toolbars, we can add all these different fields, so we can design this in the most extensive way possible if we choose to. So by adding all those different fields, all these pieces of information will populate again. Yeah, and there we go. Also with your when designing a template usually is designed in groups, or created in groups. So there will be a header, details, a footer or summary, and so on, page style. So you can add these fields and set this up in any which way you choose. So again, bear in mind and be conscious that a template is designed in different sections and stages. So if we wanted to add a different field in here, or take away a header or a detail field, we can simply go up to reports and add our different fields. So if we want to add a title, we can add a title in here. Summary, title is usually going to be right at the top, and summary is going to be right at the bottom. So you can go ahead and add different sorts of fields, and again move them around to your specifications. So if we'd like to add a piece of information to add to our template or to our field, we can add text, we can add memos, notes. So if we want to go ahead and add text or a memo, simply click on it, select where you want it to add to, and now we can select what we want it to do. So if we want to make it an address field, we can then select the string that we want to add to it, and the string will be defined by this field here. So that's the relationship between the two when adding in a field. So we can add things, move them around, resize them, add different fields, and relate them to what type of string as well as that. We can also do a page setup and how the template will print, what will print, where and how many copies, etc. So if we go into File, Page Setup, and again here we go, what will print, where will it print from, how many copies. So if we want a picking slip to be printed, we can select that, and what printer we want it to print to. So we want that to only print in the warehouse, and we want 2 copies of that. So again, paper size, source, layout, margins, however your setup is, you can set that up within here. Again, on any field, whatever field you click on, and be conscious of what field you're clicking on. If you right click on that field once it's been selected, there are different options for each field. So if I right click here, the options will be different to what I previously clicked on, and you can go play around and see what those functions do. Again, they are different for every field. As well as that, if we choose to save a template for later reasons or purposes, we can go in here, save to file. We can save it in any location we want to, and when we choose to, if I'm in a different report and I want to load this specific style of template, we can simply go in there and say load from file as well. So we can save these and we can reload them and duplicate these templates if we choose so. Again, if you want to move things around and add different fields, simply click on the field and click where you want to add that. Drag it around, move it around, click on it to delete it. You can add different strings, different pieces of information to each line as well as that. So we can see whenever we click on something, this information and this string will change. So if we click on Sherlock Holmes office building, we can see there that that's where that information is coming from. That is the string where that information is coming from. So there you are. Jump back out of there. That is how you are going to design your templates, how to set them up, and how to save them and duplicate them. Thanks for watching.